Welcome back. I'm CK Sees It. This is Shhh-Grown Folks Talking. I'm here today to do a general review of Barbie. It is in theaters right now. I just have 3 points I wanted to make about the film. The first one is the overall point is the movie's silly. We're talking about dolls that are life size going into the real world. But the film is very poignant, which I found to be very refreshing and fun, and leads me into my first point, which is the film is unexpected. So I was thinking this film is going to be very much like Barbie goes to the real world and finds out the real world doesn't appreciate women, and it's not as fun as where she lives, which is in Barbie Land. But the film takes so many turns that I didn't know where the movie was going. Pretty much to the very end, and Ken has a story arc that was very interesting and fun. Silly, but he had a point. So if you had a problem, if you grew up on Barbie or played with Barbie and you know about the problematic nature of Barbie, but if you also love Barbie, you're gonna love this film. It was in the trailer. If Barbie is problematic, you'll love this movie. If you love Barbie, you love this movie. So one of the things that was also unexpected is that Mattel gave Greta Gerwig, who directed the film, leeway to make the movie under the guise of Mattel. And usually when you have companies that do that kind of thing, they don't want to talk about the things they've got wrong, the controversy surrounding their company or anything like that. They, light and fluffy, which makes sense. But this film didn't do that. They went all in on what everyone has said over the years about Barbie. So I found that refreshing and very unexpected. Like in the trailer, there's different kinds of Barbies. There's President Barbie, that's played by Issa Rae, black woman. There is Barbie who's in a wheelchair. There's different kinds of Barbie, which they come in all shapes and sizes. I believe there's an Indian woman who's a Barbie as well. There's a trans person who's a Barbie as well. So very smart. My second point was acting. It's a good cast. The cast is great. So you have your two major stars, Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling. But the rising star that I noticed was Kingsley Ben-Adir. He is in Secret Invasion on Marvel Secret Invasion, that's playing on Disney Plus right now. Acting his butt off. He's definitely a force to be reckoned with. He's going to be in this new Bob Marley movie. So you're going to be seeing a lot of him as movies come out. I saw him in One Night in Miami. He was great in that, and now I'm like, oh, okay, he's getting in his bag. He's a rising star, in my opinion. He didn't have a lot to do in this film, but it's coming. It's coming. And a star who you forgot was fantastic was America Ferrera, who played Ugly Betty way back in the day. She needs to be in movies more often because she did what needed to be done. Or one thing that I noticed was the music. When Barbie Wakes Up, it's a Lizzo song. It's in the soundtrack, which is out today. It's awesome. The music is very, very well placed in the film, and it gave me the '90s vibe. How when movies would come out, the music to the movie was just as good as the film. Waiting to Exhale is the first movie that comes to mind, but this movie did a wink nod to that type of idea, and I love. And my biggest concern was the Billie Eilish song, which the video is very somber and sad. And I didn't understand how that was going to fit into this film that from the trailer was super, super light. But it works well. It's perfectly placed. Yeah, it's very good. It's very good. So my 3 points was it's unexpected, acting, and the critique about the problematic nature of Barbie is addressed in a very interesting way. And the last point I wanted to make was whether this film is kid appropriate. And I would say that if you, girls, boys, if you're 12 and under, you probably won't understand some of the themes that are in the film. 12 and up, middle school, I think you would get it. But if I was to recommend, I wouldn't take anybody younger than 12 to the film because they just wouldn't get it. There's no sex. There's one bad word that a character says, but it's bleeped out, and there's, I think, a bad word in a song. But besides that, it's very PG. It's still a movie about dolls, so there's that. Greta Gerwig, she did a YouTube video where she talked about movies that inspired, because I couldn't think of any other film that was like that. Special shout out to Life Size with Tyra Banks. An article in HuffPost says that movie walked so Barbie could fly. I haven't seen it, so don't know if that's true or not. But for inspiration, Greta Gerwig said she used The Wizard of Oz, which now it makes sense. American in Paris, Red Shoes, The Umbrellas in Cherbourg, directed by Jacques Demy. She loved that director's use of color. She did that. All That Jazz, directed by Fosse. Heaven Can Wait, His Girl Friday, Women on the Edge of a Nervous Breakdown. She asked Margot Robbie to watch Philadelphia Story. And fun fact, Margot said that's one of her favorite movies, so that's incorporated kind of in the film as well. 20th Century is another film, and Ryan, that was kind of the movie that Ryan took inspiration from with the John Barrymore character. He did a version of that in this movie. It's a 9 out of 10. The more I think about the movie, I saw it on Tuesday, the more I liked it. I will absolutely see it again, 100% for sure. It's a fun film. You're going to walk out light. You're going to walk out smiling. And anything else will be a spoiler. So 9 out of 10, quick and easy. That's my review of Barbie. Listen, subscribe, and I will see you on the flip side.